Willie D Live.
There's always been a few, right? But as far as like collectively, like in droves, and like this is the movement, we're part of this movement. It's very obvious if it's there. You know, if you see that, it's going to be very obvious, and that has not been the case.
Yeah.
I really do believe that Latinos are mad at the wrong people. I think first and foremost, they should be mad at the Latinos who voted for Trump. Secondly, they should be mad at white folks because white folks got more power in this country than anybody. So
But you see who's joining their party, though, right?
Who's that?
When you look out in the streets, who do you see? You don't see us. You see white folks.
Yeah,
they out there with them.
yeah, but that's more in opposition to Trump than we love you, brother, my sister.
Thank you.
Because
I'm so glad you said it.
Because when it come down to this whole thing, this political thing, man, the Democrats and the Republicans, man, these guys, they're the same people.
That's right.
They look just alike. You know what I'm saying? Like
they act just alike.
They act alike. They look alike. You know, the biggest difference between the Republicans, many Republicans and Democrats, is that the Republicans are loud and crud, and they'll just tell you straight up that, you know, look, I don't like you. And they say a lot of them, they say really off the wall things, whereas the Democrat is going to smile in your face and stab you in the back. Both of them going to stab you. You're going to feel that knife.
Oh, yeah,
sure.
But
the other one is going to smile in your face before he stabs you. So by the time that you realize you're stabbed, it's going to be too late. The other one, you know, he's coming to stab you in the back. You know, he'll stab you in the stomach, in the front. You know, so it just trips me out how every day online, every single day, you hear people just fighting about the Democrats and the Republicans.
Nonsense.
And it's the same people. Like
two sides of the same coin.
When you look at both sides, if you really just look at it, they're fighting for power and money. They're fighting both. If you run as a Democrat or a Republican for a particular seat, that seat wields the same amount of power. It wields the same amount of power, and influence, and it pays the same salary, which means when I sit in that seat, I got just as much power as a Democrat as this Republican person has.
That's right.
If he sits here, I get to do whatever I want to do within the rules and the guidelines as he could do.
That's right.
And so when you think about all of the atrocities, anything that you don't like in this country, it exists because of both parties. Because everything that has happened either on the Republicans' watch or the Democrats' watch. If it happened on the Democrats' watch, the Republicans watched it happen. If it happens on the Republicans' watch, the Democrats sit back and watch it happen.
That's right.
They can say, well, we didn't have the vote. That's a lie. Hey, man, can I get a insurrection? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Can I get an insurrection? Something, you know, like something. Though, when the Republicans pulled off that insurrection, it seemed like they was the ruling power. Like they were the ruling party. They pretty much do what the hell they want to do, and everybody else have to acquiesce.